Welcome back to PSL Living. My name is Whitney Frazier. I'm your host, and today I am joined by Carmen Capizzuto, the Neighborhood Services Director, and Mark Hamill, the Program Manager for the Neighborhood Services Department. We are here to talk to the residents today about the N.I.C.E program. So welcome, and thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Whitney. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about this N.I.C.E program. What does it stand for? How did it evolve?
Okay, so the city for years, a couple of years, has been in the neighborhood planning process kind of at a macro level with several large planning areas. And so those plans have been done, and now our task in neighborhood services is to kind of bring it down to the more local level, the actual neighborhood level. So we created the program called N.I.C.E, which stands for two things: neighborhood improvements and community engagement. So those are the kind of, in a nutshell, what this is all about. Is we're trying to engage with the community to figure out what types of neighborhood improvements would make their neighborhood more special.
Okay, great. And so how are we reaching out to residents? Is it different for each type of enhancement, or are they coming to your department? How does that work? Okay,
so we have a Kickstart program right now where we have 26 residential neighborhoods, or sub areas we call them, and we're working on a website right now that's going to have an interaction ability for residents to send us suggestions or to communicate with Mark and his staff a little bit. So we have a website going. That website will have a landing page for each neighborhood, which will kind of tell you about some of the interesting features, things to go see. If you're in this neighborhood, you want to check out this restaurant, or those types of things. And the interactive map will be a tool where residents can go on and then they can see what's going on in their neighborhood. Those will be large projects, mainly from other departments. Maybe there's sidewalks being planned, maybe there's street paving, drainage improvements. So the website will be a great resource for residents to see what's going on across the whole city, or if I want to drill down to my neighborhood, what's happening in my neighborhood. Okay. Anything to add?
One of the projects we recently did was partner with the Parks and Recreation Department to build outdoor fitness zones. We have one built on the corner of Port St. Lucie Boulevard, Bayshore and Crosstown Parkway, and the other one is at the Jessica Clinton Park. And it's an opportunity for residents to come out to those locations and exercise outdoors for free on the equipment that we recently installed there.
Yeah, that was one of the things that came out of our neighborhood planning meetings, was that residents wanted more opportunities to do outdoor recreational, or to kind of just be out, be more active, be outdoors, have things to do, low cost. So the city found a solution, and it's, from what I hear, is getting a lot of buzz on social media.
Yes, it has.
People are really liking these fitness stations. So I have a feeling we may be providing more of those amenities in the future to give people those recreational opportunities.
Right, yeah, it's been really exciting. I've been watching it myself on social media. A lot of people are excited to get out there and use them. So that's really awesome. This website that you were talking about, is it up and running, or is it something that is coming in the future?
It'll be up and running in July. It's not quite ready yet. We're going to roll it out at the City Council retreat with a live demonstration. So around the third week of July is when it should be going live.
Okay, and they can find that off of cityofpsl.com.
Yeah, as I understand it, the city's going through an overhaul of all of the web pages, but yes, it'll be on the neighborhood services page.
Okay.
And we're going to heavily promote that as well. We created a simple email address for anyone that wants to get involved in the N.I.C.E program. It's nice@cityofpsl.com. So
really easy to remember.
Really easy to remember. And again, the acronym kind of tells people exactly what we're doing. It's for engaging you, and we're trying to figure out what type of improvements that we can truly help, like I said, to make your neighborhood special.
Oh, that's great. So what other type of improvements are we going to bring to the city?
The park?
Yes, we have a Southwest Neighborhood Park that we want to build. It's near the intersection of Becker Road and Hallmark. It's a 13.5-acre site that we're going to develop for a neighborhood park there. And also the cabinet wrap that you've seen all around the city, that's also from our department. So that's something that's been getting a lot of positive feedback from our residents. They really enjoy that program. Phase 2 of that program will actually hopefully include artists submitting work for us to use on those wraps, instead of us just submitting images through our vendors. So that's a very exciting, positive program as well.
Okay, so we've got parks and fitness stations. Anything else you want to share?
We've got the art component, as Mark mentioned.
Okay.
We're working on a street tree element, which is kind of neat. The city does have some tree preservation money that we're looking to kind of tap into to see if we could have segments of the communities get together with their residents, with their neighbors, to say we want a street tree program, which would eventually create a nice canopy over a lot of our neighborhood streets. So that's something that a lot of people pay to go see, like in Savannah, Georgia, St. Augustine. You go there for that shade, that walkability, and that beauty. So we're trying to, come in and then see if residents will work with us to plant trees on their property in a uniform fashion to give us that. So right now we really can't come in and put trees in the right of way because of underground utilities. So we're a little unique in that regard as a city, but we can capitalize on private property if residents want to share those same values with us.
Right. And from what I understand, we don't have all the details for that, but I think that is a really cool improvement project that you guys are doing, because I don't feel like everybody knows exactly what goes into street trees. They don't really understand the whole concept of it, but the fact that we're giving residents the opportunity to build those really cool looking canopies over roads. It's really neat.
Yep.
So tell me about if a community member wanted to get involved or make a recommendation or suggestion on anything, where would they go to do that?
The best way to handle that would be to send us an email at that email I mentioned before, the N.I.C.E@cityofpsl.com. Certainly call our office, the Neighborhood Services Department. Our main number is 871-5010. And then you can just ask for the Neighborhood Planning Division or the N.I.C.E program. Our website, like I say, that's really close. That will be a great way for residents to interact with us. We're going to be at major events coming up through the city. We're going to be having a booth there so residents can talk to us. We'll have the maps. We'll have a lot of the program guidelines established by then. And we just can't wait to share with people all that we're doing.
So tell me a little bit about the volunteer component to this N.I.C.E program.
Certainly. As you mentioned, the street tree program, we don't have all the details quite worked out for that yet. We're still trying to iron that out. But we did meet with some residents on June 24th. We had over 500 volunteers from local churches in the city come out and help us plant trees at the corner of Empire Street and Crosstown Parkway. So that's kind of a little kickstart program for the street tree planting program. And we used quite a few volunteers for that as well, and we plan on using volunteers for many of our other projects down the road.
We've been approached by several church groups that want to get involved in the community as well, so they essentially told us, hey, once a month we're looking for a project, and we've kind of made it our mission to make sure that they have a feel-good project that they can go out and do for the community.
Oh, that's great. So any organization that wants to volunteer with the city for that type of projects or something, they can go straight to the Neighborhood Services Department, and you guys will maybe give them something they could help with?
Yeah, that's actually a very interesting point that I didn't bring up was, we also we have code enforcement under our umbrella, Neighborhood Services. So we do have a lot of residents that are in need, people that have code violations that they don't either have the money to fix or they're just not physically able to do it, or both. So a lot of times we're able to pair up the volunteer component of what the volunteers can bring to the needs of the community. To kind of correct code violations and bring people back into compliance, make the neighborhoods more beautiful. So yeah, we always have someone in need that we can help.
Right, and I think it's great. Our community is really awesome, and we're always trying to help somebody. So awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. And thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back after these messages.